Hey, Steve Zook here. Welcome back to Polk Studio Channel. Hey, I was talking a lot on the last video about the power of a positive decision in terms of ordering the guitar ladder system, and I meant every word, and it really works, folks. So if you're feeling it, just go to stevezookguitars.com and order. But let me do some free instruction here. Talking about chord connection, and again, Joe Pass used to say, simplify your thinking. That's huge. A great thing to do is, for instance, like in cycle 1 of my guitar ladder system, which is this. And then you go back through and you add the shading with a major 13 flat 5 right here. So it gives it a nice modern feel. And the key to adding a modern feel, or the key to making something kind of sparkle, is not to overdo it and use it in shades, you know. So, for instance, if you isolate something like that, that's a really beautiful little connection, right? Minor 7, major 13 flat 5. See how we have the common tone? No reason to get over analytical about it. Okay, here, same thing, minor 7. The common tone really helps, though. That's one of my 10 systems of improvisation is common tone. Anyway, so we take that example. So minor 7, major 13 flat 5. Isn't that nice? Now we could maybe subdue a minor 9 as opposed to the minor 7. So that's a little different color, right? Now we could drop that common tone and come down a half step with that voice, right? Maybe then to minor 7. It's this type of experimenting which is going to really open up your ear training, and that's what the guitar ladder system has thousands and thousands of examples of. It is the ear training to help you get your musical tool chest together in a very organic, simple to use, simple. This is the huge key point, simple to absorb. I've used this before, the metaphor. You can pour water onto a rock, which is what most guitar instruction material is like, because it just rolls right off. Or you can pour water into sand and it absorbs it. My guitar ladder system is like pouring water into the sand of your subconscious mind. It's going to absorb it, assimilate it, and spit out gems of musical knowledge. It really works, folks. So minor 7, major 13 flat 5. Now then you could go major 7 to dominant 13. You'll find dominant 13, 9, 13, 13 flat 9, major 9, 6 with a 7 on top. You'll find once you start working the guitar ladder material, you'll be playing one of my studies or taking a small section of one of my studies, and you're just going to hear all of a sudden it wants to go somewhere else. So I teach my students, don't fight that. Go to that new place. You're starting to hear tension and resolution. You're starting to hear ideas and where they want to go. So you want to go ahead and follow that. You want to do my studies as they are, but then you want to go back through and do them and see what you hear and then follow that direction, because every chord or group of chords has many, many different possibilities. And the trick is beginning to hear those possibilities, and that's why the guitar ladder system will seed your subconscious mind. Like I said, it's like pouring water into sand. It's gonna drip through, and there's an amazing process. And I get tons of emails every day from so many people, just blown away, and everybody seems to kind of describe it in a different way. So it's really fun. But anyway, so that's kind of today's free lesson: minor 7, and no reason to overanalyze this. To major 13 flat 5. Maybe then go to minor 9, major 13 flat 5. Okay, minor 7. Now this time we'll take this voice and come down a half step. Maybe I'll go to a 9 chord, 11 chord, 13 bichord. It's just fun because you're just going to start resolving up and down your fretboard. And if you love chord melody, this is the key. I mean, I've actually had students email me saying they've actually just ran into standards because they've been working with my studies for a while, and they're getting so good at improvising up and down the fretboard that they've actually thought of a standard and just started playing it. And by the way, it's okay to change chords in a standard. In fact, Horace Hatchett, who I market this, you get the secret Horace Hatchett files for $199 with the rest of the 240 studies of the guitar leader system. You also get the secret Horace Hatchett files if you order soon. You can order it at stevezookguitars.com. But Horace Hatchett, who taught Howard Roberts, who started the MI Institute in North Hollywood, and Howard Roberts was one of the greatest guitar players ever. Horace Hatchett, who taught him when he was a young man in Arizona, used to talk about the fact that, most great players will start changing chords, but usually the first time they play the standard, they'll keep it a little more basic, but then they'll start shading and using substitutions. And of course, the real art of that is to do it in moderation, so you make it interesting, but you don't lose your listener, okay? So anyway, this is a little freebie today. So minor 7, major 13, flat 5. Notice the use of the common tone. Listen, I can't not go somewhere. High tension inversion, high tension major 7 inversion. I think it's a second inversion. High tension means it demands resolution. Hear that? Whereas a low tension form like this, like a low tension major 7, you can stay there all day, right? High tension chords want to resolve, and so they kind of dictate and pull you in a direction. Anyway, so today minor 7, major 13, flat 5, minor 7, major 13, flat 5. Notice the use of the common tone there. And that major 13, flat 5 does not have the dominant flat 7, so it's not a dominant chord like this, right? But it does have a flat 5. Okay, and if you do that, I don't like the top string. I don't use the top string too much in this voice. You can also go minor 9 to major 13, flat 5. You can go minor 9, and then, like I said, come down. So you have, maybe start substituting chords. Deceptive cadence. I'm just messing around here. So, but yeah. So it's a little freebie for today. Minor 7, major 13, flat 5. Minor 7, major 13, flat 5, minor 7, come down a half step on the B string. Use a minor 9, minor 7, I meant to say. I'm sorry, yeah, minor 9. I'm thinking about 3 things at once here. Minor 9, major 13, flat 5. Maybe go to a major 7, minor 7, flat 5. It's so fun when if you take my advice, and don't overthink it, forget the resistance, procrastinate your procrastination, just go to stevezookguitars.com, invest at $199, you're going to be so happy. If you take my advice and my recommendation on that, you're going to be, in not too long, you're going to be sitting down, just playing just going all over the place. Like I've had students email me who've only been working the guitar ladder system, 3 or 4 months, and said they're actually to a point now where they can just start improvising with chords and just go like for 3 or 4 or 5 minutes and sound musical. And like I said, if you love chord melody, man, this makes it easy, because chord melody isn't that tough. You mostly put the the melody and the treble in the top couple strings and build chords around it. And I mean, I can get into a more involved explanation, but the trick in chord melody is to make it interesting and add chords and stretch out a little bit without losing your listener. But anyway. Just wanted to give you a little bit of a freebie there. So anyway, so today was minor 7, major 13, flat 5, maybe minor 9 to major 13, flat 5. Then maybe come down as opposed to keeping the common tone, come down a half step, maybe substitute, go to 9 for 'em. right, folks, enjoy. And I'll catch you in the next video. And like I said, if you really want to make some massive progress in the next 6 months, that some people say is they made more progress in 6 months than 6 years, don't overthink it. Just go to stevezookguitars.com, order the Guitar Ladder System. If you want to check out my CD review at vintageguitar.com, check that out. Check out some of my original music at stevezook1.bandcamp.com. And this really works, folks. All right, this guitar is for sale too, by the way, $479. It sounds beautiful. I'm really gonna miss it. All right, folks, take care, keep the faith, and I'll catch you in the next video. Ciao.